All right, ma'am. I think I found your boy. How about that reward now?
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuk Tuk.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll
You tell her,
get that
boy.
silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
Well, your son, ma'am, is a grown man. Well, it's about time you started treating him like one. Cause you ain't gonna be around forever.
What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk Tuk home safe again.
Well, good luck to you both, and I will be seeing you around. Have a good day, ma'am. Good day. Alright. Wonder what are the chances of there being some sort of a ammunition shop that I could buy some ammo from. Seem to be always needing some more. What is this?
Someone's been killed!
Excuse me?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Pull yourself together, son, and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
No, wait, hold on a minute. If you're the only one that's cleaning, and now there's a dead body, that makes you prime suspect number one. I'm right? Like, I'm not just overthinking that one a little bit. Well, anyways, let's see. They said lower left. Oh, pause, sir and or madam. Is doubly dead. So dead they didn't even put the bed sheets on. Well, not gonna pass up this opportunity. Wait a minute. You weren't facing that way before. Oh my goodness, this is a sleeping person. Alright, you two, get on out of there. We made ourselves a mistake. Alright, so I do believe I'll be needing some light ammo. And maybe some heavy ammunition. Alright, so let's get some light ammo first. And let's get some heavy ammunition. Of course. And I think that'll be all. Yes, I do think that'll be it. Alright, looks like we're entering crime scene.
Murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Yes, now if you could please get in here.
Safe these days. What's the world coming to? On my way.
Alright. Well, first things first, we're gonna examine this here room. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from left field toss ball betting. Alright. Got some more mag picks. Some bits. Some Adreno. Ain't gonna be needing this in the afterlife. Alright. What else? Purple berry crunch. That can stay. That's like blueberry. Bits. What do we have here? Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and color, was stuffed into this here suitcase. Looks like somebody was making like a leaving tree. And well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and investigate the toss ball field. Actually, why are we investigating? It's not like we're gonna be getting anything out of it. Well, I mean, unless he stole some hidden treasure or something like that. Oh, here we go. This is it right here. Excuse me, ma'ams or sirs.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
Mr. Felix. You see here, I actually play for Aunt Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me?
The Darlings? Seriously? I mean, yeah, you're looking at the Darlings' newest recruit. Boss is a shoo-in for Rookie of the Quarter.
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you?
Yes.
But what are you doing on Monarch?
Well, this is part of a goodwill tour for Halcyon. We're meeting our fans across the colonies, you see?
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought.
Exactly.
To listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
Excuse me, both of you. We got some business to attend
Look
to.
at me, getting carried away again. So, what can I do for you?
Well, you see here, I happened to find this betting slip in the dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
Well, did he by any chance happen to have like some secret treasure stashed away somewhere?
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So then, that's a no. So exactly who did he owe then?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
You don't say. Well then, thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Alright then, I don't know who this Mr. Sanjay is, but we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a payday. And where did she say was the yacht club? Well, it looks like it's gonna be over here.
Oh, it does work.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Me and you both.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to go the long way around, huh?
Word, are you?
Look, my back aches.
Alright. I want you two to keep your weapons about you. Looks like we're gonna be getting into some trouble around here. Excuse me.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Well, excuse me?
Get that thing out of my face! I don't have time for this.
Well, I guess I'm here to talk to the sir.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
You don't say.
Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
Well, you see, the thing is, I know that you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Well, I do believe that is the wrong answer, and I'm here to collect what he has owed you. Go ahead, Nyoka. Take him out.
To shreds, you say?
Go ahead, drop kick him.
Jackass!
Good one, Mr. Felix.
Boss!
Also, that was...
See that?
I did. That was a mighty fine kick you did there. Saved the day and all. Well, these guys certainly didn't have very much on them. What a waste of my time. Well, I think we best leave before the authorities happen to put chance upon us with these bodies. Now let's see. I do believe that we were supposed to talk to Mr. Sanjar about something or other when we came in.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Sanjar Nandi?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Could you please not say the M word?
You've often posed these very questions.
It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Well, that's mighty generous of you, good kind sir.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Well, you see here, I'm just looking for the information broker.
Out at Devil's Peak? If you're headed that far, I see you've brought the right woman for the job.
Damn right.
But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Oh, bloody hell no. I'm afraid not.
Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
Exactly what are you hoping to accomplish here?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
That's the board's way. Doesn't matter if you're Monarch or the Groundbreaker. If the board can't control you, they'll find a way to punish you.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Well, you don't say. Sounds like you're freer than anyone else here in Halcyon, so why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Who?
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
Monarch's a free planet, Felix. It's also fucked. I ain't a fan of the folks on the board, but if they could be wrangled to rebuild our roads, I'd welcome the help.
Your friend makes a good point, young man. I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
So, exactly what do you mean to do about it then?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
A lot of good that'll do. They'll just find another reason to turn tail and abandon you.
Not if we secure the proper safeguards first.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
So enough preamble. What's exactly the plan? What do you have in mind?
It's a two-pronged approach. The first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Okay. So, how do you go about doing such a proposition?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course.
A what
If you
now?
can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
So, where exactly do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Well, then I guess I will go get your Bolt 52 then.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Well, before I go, I do need to ask you about some business I just attended
What
to.
can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead, and I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
Well, I've taken care of it. You can be assured that the killers are dead and brought to justice.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Well, how about this for a last testimonial? They went, ah! So, there you go.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Thank you very much. Oh, one more thing. I did meet Grim with the two M's, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
I'm supposed to give him a bang-up job, recommendation.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I think that'll be it. So, thank you. And, we'll be seeing each other quite soon. Good day, ma'am. Good day, sir. Alright, Nyoka, Mr. Felix, let's head on out. Let's see what are we going to do first. Oh, before we head on out, we do gotta talk to Miss Celia. I totally forgot about this one. Miss Celia.
Greetings.
Some words.
Welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Well, you see, this one's about Graham, and he asked me to check with you about his tossball poster. If you could enlighten me as to its whereabouts, please.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Well then, I guess I'll leave it at that. I'll be seeing you. Right, Mr. Felix? Miss Nyoka, let's head on over to the warehouse, shall we? See if we can find this son's poster.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
Excuse me, ma'am and or sir.
Got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either.
Excuse me.
Will ya?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Excuse me, are you Miss Velma?
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
So, This Catherine that you're speaking of said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message.
Heh.
Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Say what now? I'm actually here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Excuse me? Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady.
Oh yes, met her.
I never did catch her name. She seemed real friendly.
Nice hair, slightly oblivious. You must be the infamous Felix. Yeah, Nell's good people. You should catch a game with her sometime. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
Well, she does sound easier to deal with, but
I don't have time for Grimm, even when I'm not working doubles.
so you still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Look, refresh my memory, but didn't Mr. Grimm already pay for that poster?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Ah, I see. Well then,
Fine by me.
I guess I will be leaving you. Alright. Why don't we go ahead and talk to Miss Nell? What do you say, Mr. Felix? Oh yes, Miss Nell, fancy meeting you here. Let me just take a seat right here and let's talk some shop.
If it isn't the famous hacker, enjoying Stellar Bay.
Oh, quite.
What can I do for you?
Well, you see here, Velma tells me you obtained outbid Grimm for a signed tossball poster.
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
Well, you see, I think it's really brave of you to outbid Sanjar's best friend.
You mean dopey landing pad Grimm?
Oh, that's the
I
one.
didn't know he and Mr. Nandi were friends.
Oh, they are.
I guess that changes things.
Oh, it does.
Tell Velma that I don't want the poster anymore. I'll find something else to hang in my shop.
Before I leave, you said you were having some trouble receiving the tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with his propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Well, that'll be all for now. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Felix, let's head on over and talk with Miss Velma. Miss Velma, I have some unfortunate news for you.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
That's just mighty
That in your
nasty.
spirits, Velma.
You noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need?
Hold that thought, but I'm quite unsure who I need to call the fire department for because of those sick burns. So, anyways, can we come to some sort of a arrangement for Grimm's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Well, Nell's no longer interested in the poster, you see.
That's a surprise. Tossball being part of her business and all. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Well, you said something about missing co-workers.
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules for that sort of thing?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit.
Well,
These MSI types are living the dream.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply.
you said Braxton was stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Well, it's awfully nice of you not to say anything to your
We're not like
superiors.
those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Oh, mostly. So, what's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Well, of course. I suppose, I could talk to Caleb for you, if there's something in it for me, that is.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it?
I could do that.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance.
Well,
If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
well, alright then. I guess I will, be back. Alright, Mr. Felix, Miss Nyoko. Looks like we got some, jobs to settle in for. First, let's go ahead and take that tossball poster to Grim with the 2 M's. I'm sure he'd be mighty fine to receive it finally. And you know what happy people do with their monies. They like to, you know, get rid of it. Oh, Mr. Graham, fancy meeting you here.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Speaking of that poster, here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. Let's take a look at it. Tossball blocker. Well, it's not very good stats, but alright. I do have a tossball stick though. Alright. We're making the cash. So let's see. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk to Mr. Caleb over here at the yacht club. Excuse me, sir, do you have stairs? Or I'll just be climbing these stairs right over here.
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Felix, you might want to stop while you're ahead.
Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next, you're gonna tell me Halcyon and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
Alright, you two, enough bantering. We gotta talk to somebody. So let's get to it. Are you, sir, Mr. Caleb?
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
That I am. And my name is Captain Zac Brattigan, don't forget it. I'm captain of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well,
That's what I said.
Here, let me buy you a drink.
Oh.
Consider it an MSI welcome.
Well, thank you kindly.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Well, I will be happy to. So, what exactly are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Well, what could be so bad it made you walk off of the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
Well, we need to talk about Velma then, cause you see, she's the one that sent me to come and talk to you.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Well, you see, the thing is, Sanjar, I had a talk with him just a little while ago, and something came up in our little conversation. Did you know that Sanjar is gonna fire Velma if you don't return to work?
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
You do that. All right, you two, let's head on back. We gotta talk to Velma. Tell her what's up. Maybe also tell her about the little lie that we just bespoke.
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
Miss Velma, some words, please.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Still nasty the second time. Let's talk about Caleb for a moment, shall we?
You knocked any sense into him yet?
Well, you see, I told him you were about to lose your job, and he said he'd come back.
Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay.
That it does.
Something else on your mind?
You know, you mentioned a Catherine before when I first came in here. What was that all about?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Sounds like the kind of person I would like to meet sometime. All right. Let's see where we're going next. Looks like we need to talk to Braxton. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Before that, all right, let's go ahead and see Braxton and get him back to work, shall we? He's not in there by any chance, is he? I don't think so.
I hear you're into Graham's philosophist hogwash, Felix.
Yeah, if by philosophist hogwash you mean the virtues of enlightened anarchy.
Organization separates us from the animals. You ever seen a rat lay plumbing? You see sprats running around building roads? Maybe the folks we have at the top ain't exactly leadership material. But if we tore the whole thing down, we'd be kings and queens of a wasteland.
Correction? Kings and queens of an awesome wasteland.
I'll take toilets over freedom any day of the week.
All right, you two, let's go ahead and head on inside. Excuse me, are you Mr. Braxton?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Sorry, ma'am. I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him by any chance?
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Well, relax. No one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
You don't say. That's all I needed. Thank you, ma'am.
I'll be straight with you. Folk who disappear in the wilderness generally aren't able to come back. Don't get your hopes up.
Well, all right. No need to go be getting all pretense with me. We'll just have a look around outside and we'll see if there are any remains or anything of that sort. Anyway, didn't we check out these houses over here? Well, maybe it wasn't out over here.
Always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds, Wait, what's that smell?
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
Well, I'm mighty thankful that I am wearing a helmet then. Alright, you two. Keep your weapons checked. We have been out this way, but we haven't been all the way. Let's go ahead and have a look-see on inside of the church. Well, looky here. All these mag picks. Ripe for the picking. Some weapon parts. A poor fool in his purpleberry wine. Well, I'll be taking that. And let's see what else we have here. Some energy cells and some light ammo. And, well, look at this. A funny little skeleton wearing a nice hat. I'll be taking that hat. And what else do we have? Some more light ammunition. A mag pick. Well, look at here. We got ourselves a real treasure trove. And some Adreno. Alright. I think we got all about what we're gonna get from this church. We still gotta find ourselves a Braxton. What are the chances that there are gonna be some Raptidons over here? Well, somebody had a jug of water there. Alright. That's right. I see a rap.
Only things you'll find in the ruins are liable to shoot you or eat you. Or both.
Exploring some ruins, killing some monsters. All we're missing is theme music.
Fine. Go on for Felix!
Oh. Managed to dodge that one. Get rid of the Colossus.
Down they go!
Alright.
Everyone all right?
I'm fine. Check yourselves. Make sure that you got none of that acid on your armor. Alright. I'm getting a faint signal coming on inside of here. Let's go ahead and check this house. And then we'll be on our merry way. Excuse me. Anybody home? Well, ain't this a change of pace? An actual house with people living in it. Look at that, a real piano.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
Ah, yes.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
We're armed to the teeth. What's he gonna do? Kill us with generosity?
Well,
That's the spirit.
that could be a thing.
Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Don't mind if I do.
Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner. Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
I think I just lost my appetite.
We're gonna just go upstairs and wash our hands a moment. Take a look around.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
So I was just looking around.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Rocket what now?
The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
Hey, what other man are you perchance speaking about?
I'm not telling you.
Well then, goodbye then. Well, there was nothing on that floor, but we still got a little ways to go. No one in the bathroom. Right, looks like a little storage closet over there. We won't go in there. Looks like we got some good folk living here. Are you just gonna be standing there like the whole time watching your room? Why don't you go inside of your room? Excuse me, sir.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
Well, have you seen a man by the name of Braxton around here?
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest.
Are you sure you haven't seen a Braxton? I heard he was to deliver medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now please, try to relax. Undue stress tends to spoil the meal, you know.
Alright. Well, before I sit down for this dinner, can you tell me why is the door locked?
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
Well, alright then.
I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
I'll keep myself occupied then. Ma'am, how long did you say that roast was gonna be in there for? Alright, you two, keep your eyes peeled. I do not want to end up as dinner tonight.